What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Hustle with JesseW, and today we're going to go over a little bit more of my thoughts on Street Smart's Edge. Check it out. Well, guys, 6 months ago, I did basically my initial thoughts on Street Smart's Edge. I've been using Street Smart's Edge now for 6 months. This is the platform that is used at Charles Schwab. Okay, typically once it's funny, one doesn't think Charles Schwab day trading. Typically, that's something for Lightspeed, Speed Trader, some of the other brokerages, E-Trade, and some people are using Webull now. They have a desktop platform, but it's really web-based. I have to do a review on that one. I haven't done it yet. Now, I had left Street Smart's Edge. If you follow me, if you've been here for a long time subscriber, you know why I left E-Trade and came over to Street Smart's Edge. I left E-Trade because I had a trade where I think I made right around $7,000, just under it. And really, it was an $8,000 trade, and I just got a real bad fill. And that happened back in February. And that was the last straw. I was done with E-Trade after that point and decided to move on and test it out, Street Smart's Edge platform. At the beginning, it was a little bit difficult to get used to, but honestly, quickly, faster than I thought I would, I got used to the platform. And then as time progressed, I learned a bunch of things and started adding things to it and customizing it. And then thanks to some of you guys, my YouTube subscribers, that used the platform, you showed me a couple little tricks here and there, and I was able to customize stuff like right here on this montage where I put my orders in and stuff like that. So throughout time, I've been able to customize it, and things that I didn't like at the beginning, I was able to, improve or get rid of because I learned the platform as time progressed. And if you want to learn a little bit more about the platform, I have a playlist talking about how to customize certain things, and you can check that out here on my channel. Now, one of the questions I get asked all the time about Street Smart's Edge is how good are the fills? And I have not had a single problem with fills on Street Smart's Edge. Not one issue have I had with Street Smart's Edge on fills. Like I can't remember at any point in time having an issue where I bought or sold either on limits or market, which I do use both. You see me here on the channel do it. Had an issue. I can't remember. So that means if I had an issue, it was very, very small when it came to my order fills. I've never, that I remember, have had an issue where I put an order out and it just simply sat there with no fill, even though, like let's say I put an order on the ask at 690 and we're at 695 and, we were at 689. When I put it and it jumps through 695 and my order just sits there at 690, like you've heard people happen, with people with places like E-Trade and Robinhood, etc. I've never had something like that happen to me. You've seen me on here trade large caps, small caps, and options. So it's been perfectly fine as far as that goes, right? Now, there are other things here that we'll go over, questions that I've been asked in the past. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer them. If they're a little bit more in depth, I'll do a video on them regarding the platform itself. I've traded futures as well, but now futures isn't traded on Street Smart's Edge. I traded futures on the Charles Schwab web portal before I was with Optimus, and that was all right. Now, as far as the rest of the platform goes, we'll go ahead and jump in here on a couple of other things. But before we do me a quick favor, smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and haven't, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you're alerted when I upload videos like this. Also, check out the links in the description section below to Webull. You download the app, you fund your account with $100, and you're going to get 2 free stocks valued between $800 to $1,600, I want to say. And that special is going to end on the 15th of this month. I was just emailed today and notified about that. So make sure you take advantage of that as well. And the trade ideas, those are the scanners I use every single day. And those come with charts as well. And these scanners You can find them in the links in the description section below with a 15% off coupon code, okay? That's down there in the description section and in the comment section. Now, more about the platform itself. Okay, so I've actually been able to use this platform for the past 6 months, and I've stepped out of my comfort zone, not because I wanted to, but because I had to. While I was traveling over the summer, I have a Mac computer, laptop, and this sadly, Street Smart Edge sadly doesn't have a Mac software that you can download there. So I was forced to use something that I don't like to use, which was a cloud-based trading platform. And it's the same thing. It's the same Street Smart Edge, but it's cloud-based. And I was forced to use that because I didn't have a PC, Windows computer with me. All I had was my Mac. And for about 2 months, 2 months and a half, every single day, I used the cloud version of Street Smart Edge. Now, if you ask me, Jesse, would you rather use the cloud version or would you rather use the desktop, downloadable version? All day long, the downloadable version on my PC, on my trading platform. That's what you're seeing here and behind me on the screen capture. You're seeing my actual web platform. My actual PC platform itself that I downloaded to the computer. With that said, the web or the cloud version, I used it for 2.5 months, no problem at all. I had one glitch throughout the whole time period, but throughout the whole summer, I made really, really good money trading on that platform. I don't think I would have made any more money trading on my PC version than I would have on the web platform or on the cloud platform, whatever you want to call it. They call it the cloud platform or whatever they call it, cloud, Street Smart Edge Cloud, I don't know. The point is it's not downloadable to your computer. So that is what was available. I used it for 2.5 months and it worked perfectly fine. Really, really well. I was actually impressed. Now, as far as the downloadable one goes, it's the same thing in the sense that you have all the same access, but it's downloaded on your computer. So to me, it's a lot faster. Definitely is a lot faster. Now, some of the concerns I get from people all the time is, Jesse, is the Street Smart Edge platform, does it lag at the bell at 9:30? At times it does. Just like almost every other thing like E-Trade and all these. For me, that's irrelevant. I don't care. I don't even need to be sitting here at 9:30. I could literally sit down at 9 o'clock, do my pre-market game plan, get up at 9:20, and not come back here until 9:35. I don't even trade at 9:35. I don't care whether or not it lags at 9:30 because I don't enter positions at 9:30. And when I do, they're oftentimes not good because it's just me giving into emotions. I typically enter my positions between 9:40 and 9:45. And I'm usually closing them out around 10, depending on the position itself. I might be entering a new position at 10. The point is, I don't really start opening positions until after 9:40 and after. So the fact of whether the platform itself is a little laggy at the bell is irrelevant to me. It's neither here or there. I don't care. That rhymed. And that was not intentional. So that's the point. For me, it's irrelevant. I don't care. I don't trade the bell. I'm not 9:30 hitting hotkeys and going insane. Does the platform have hotkeys? Yes, it does. Have I used the hotkeys? No, I have not. The hotkeys are not very customizable. I have not put a lot of emphasis in trying to get into them, and I will in the future, but I haven't had a dire need for them. I wish I would have them basically for trading the small caps. With that said, it's something that I will look at in the future for small caps, but I haven't had a big need for them just because of the way I trade. What I can tell you is they're not very customizable. So if you're coming from something like DAS, then you're going to be sorely disappointed if hotkeys are absolutely essential to your trading because they're not very, very customizable. They're there. They can probably be useful, but customizable, they are not customizable at all. Now, how's the options trading on Street Smart Edge? It's great. It's very informative. Let's come over here real quick and I'll show you. We'll just go to Tesla. Those options generally, moving around pretty nicely. Okay, so you come on over here to the calls and puts little tab, and you're going to see your options chain right here. And you can customize this. I've customized it. And you'll see the volume you'll see the open interest. And those are the two things that I based my options trading off of. Primarily, I want to make sure there's a lot of volume and good open interest on the contracts I'm looking to trade. So that's why it's basically front and center here. And you'll see everything. You'll see all the calls here. You'll see boom, boom, boom. You see all your puts. You can look at, various dates of contracts. So it's really, really, informative. There's a whole lot of things here. You got regional quotes. So you can see that. I never have that up. I usually just have the options changed so I can see the volume and the open interest. And then, you guys who've been around here for a while know I'm a chart pattern trader. So I'm basically staring at the chart. You have this trade probability calculator. You got top movers here. You can see top moving contracts that are moving around. You can change your, contract dates here, etc. I always have it here because that's what I look for. That's it. Now you have, just like everything else, you have conditional orders that you can place. Then you can come back here. You have your level 2 time and sales. So I like to trade off of this just because, and when I say that is I like to input my trades, because you could easily just put a trade like an order box here or anywhere else and trade off of that. As far as putting your orders in, that's what I mean by trading off of. I trade off of my chart in the sense that I plan my trades on the chart. My wording there, I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Now I like to input my trades on here because it has everything I need. I got my level 1, my level 2, my time and sales, and my order entry box all right here. And then I have my positions right here, order statuses, alerts, balances, realized gains and loss, transactions, etc. So that's how I like to have it set up. Ideally, I would probably make this a little bit bigger and add a second level 2, but I mean, if I put the hotkeys, I don't really need that. I don't really need that at all for trading the small caps. But when I did my first video talking about my initial thoughts on this, I liked the platform, but I had a lot of complaints. Over the last 6 months, most if not all of those complaints have gone away. They really have. And I'm thoroughly impressed with the platform, and more so that I don't have to pay for it. And not so much about commissions. There's no commissions at Charles Schwab, just like there's no commissions anywhere basically these days as far as the big brokers grow. The boutique brokers like Lightspeed and all still have commissions and platform fees. Now, for the size I trade, for the risks I take per trade, and for what I do so far, this platform is absolutely perfect. It does the job that I want it to do, and I don't have any big complaints. I just simply don't. I'm trying to think of a big complaint, and I don't have one. What I can tell you is that as long as my risk per trade remains, I want to say under $1,000 on a continuous basis per trade, meaning each trade I take, I enter, I have a predetermined risk per trade is typically $300 or less. That's how I trade currently. That's my max risk per trade. I don't like to risk more than that. Could I lose more than that? Absolutely. But I typically try to keep my max risk on a per trade basis about $300 or less. I believe the day that I get to a place where I'm comfortable risking $1,000 per trade, that might be the day I move on to something I like Lightspeed, if I see that I need to, simply because at that point, if my risk is $1,000 per trade, the size of my positions are much bigger. Therefore, I might need something that's a little bit faster, to get me in and out of my positions. And then at that point, I'll worry about moving on over there. But until then, I don't see myself moving from Charles Schwab Street Smart's Edge unless the service starts to go downhill, which is what happened with E-Trade. When I switched to E-Trade, it was perfectly fine. Then when E-Trade went commissions, right before it went commissions free, it started to really be a mess. And then after that, it really became a mess, at least for me and many people. So I moved over to Charles Schwab. And so far, guys, I don't have any complaints. So that's my 6-month update. I will do another update probably in February or March when I do basically a full year of using Street Smart's Edge, and we'll go from there. But for now, any questions, drop them in the comment section. I hope this video helps you, and I'll catch you on the next one.